to the Gfinity Arena. We have Excel Method ready to roll in the first Street Fighter match tonight. Guys, who wins for you? You've seen them, you've seen the lineups, you've seen how confident they look. That was a whole new thing of the way the picks have been done. Gentlemen, I mean, who stands out for you as winning this, and can we see a better performance from Method?
I think overall I'd have to give it with Excel after seeing those matchups. Their strength, their form, I'd have to give it to Excel personally there. I'm very interested to see how Packz does against Brian, though, because Packz at EGX played probably the most prominent Manat player in the world, Japanese player by the name of Goichi, and he lost quite badly. He didn't know the matchup at all, so I know that he's gone away and put effort. That's probably the best thing as a top player, to lose badly to a character you don't know. It gives you that motivation to go away and really train and understand that matchup. So it'll be really interesting to see how Packz comes back and plays against Brian, another Manat player, and how he approaches that. For me, I'm really interested to see that one. It's
kind of like the analogy like a snake. You shed that skin, you go, right, that's okay, that's that loss, now we're strong again. Senga, what are you saying for this particular matchup? Excel, or are you going to follow with Logan? Or
I'm going to have to agree, yeah. I'm going to have to... They're the returning champs, they're the champs for a reason. I think they've got all the momentum going into this, and like Logan said, the match that I'm most closely looking at is Packz versus Brian.
I think it's very interesting to see that they both went for exactly the same format with their picks, player orders. Obviously, because it's a first to four format, so you're going to think, right, let's try and load in our strongest players as early as possible. But they've both gone for exactly the same sort of rotation twice, and that might be something we'll be interested to see as the season goes on. How people, whether they want to mix it up or not, and where they want to try and load those players in to play in the first 5 games, if possible, to get to those 4 wins as fast as is possible to do so.
Indeed. Well, listen, gentlemen, I'm looking forward to watching it with you, but I'm going to just walk across to the casters, a.k.a. the commentators in this business, the men that know how to talk. They walk the walk, they talk the talk, which is really handy for commentating. Gentlemen, predictions. F-word, we'll start with you on this one.
We going for full teams or just this particular first match?
I'm going to go for... Do you know what I'm going to say? Do you think Excel are going to have this, or do you reckon Method are going to take this?
I think
overall,
just carrying the momentum through from last season, I think Excel will be pretty strong here. And the matchups aren't too bad in terms of, like Logan mentioned, the matchup familiarity with Manat. This guy's gone and picked Abigail. If he's going to go with that, I do not know. I think Excel are looking good for this.
Yeah, and I love the fact you're still wearing the pin, which I love. I've let the side down. We've all let the side out. We'll get some pins. Tyrant, what are you saying for this? Excel or Method?
Yeah,
Can you back those Method boys?
To be honest, I'm going to have to stay with Excel, same as F-word here. This is the winning team from last season, the same 3 that took home the grand prize. Yeah. And like Femi said, the character matchups, I feel are definitely in Excel's favour, but this is a fresh start for Method, you know? I want to see them do well as well, so I think it's all to play for here.
Yeah, and I mean, what I also noticed, I mean, you're wearing a lovely little jacket. Tyrant's not wearing a jacket today. He always wore a jacket for season 1. What's going on, Tyrant? Not today.
Next time.
Which I love, because that was more hotter season.
You've got to mix it up, you know? It's like, it's like Street Fighter. You've got to mix up your options, man.
All right, well, listen, gentlemen, I'll leave it in your capable hands. Lovely to see you again. Let's kickstart season 2.
Let's go.
All right, so.
Let's get into it here.
What a juicy way to start the season, Ty. I mean, seriously, you got all these players here, all these big boy new guys that we haven't even seen at Gfinity yet. The first match we're going to see is probably one of the top 3 European players against probably at the moment the 4th or 3rd best European player around.
Definitely. Right now, this is probably you couldn't really ask for a better way to kick off.
No, it's insane. It's just
season 2
straight to the top. The only other 2 guys maybe better than these 2 aren't actually in the Elite Series, you know, Finum and Problem X. So it's actually the best versus the best right now to kick off the season. Couldn't have gone better.
Absolutely. That's very true, man.
All right. I mean, you know how this one goes, though?
To be honest, all I know is that Luffy has said to me that he absolutely hates fighting Abigail. Yeah. And he thinks Abigail is like one of Mika's worst matchups. So.
I think it's a bad match.
Yeah.
And the fact that Infexious picked it tells you already that he wouldn't pick it unless there's some kind of advantage.
For sure, man.
Get right into this, guys.
Let's go.
First game of the Elite Series Season 2. Oh. What a whiff punish to start here.
Right off the bat there. Okay.
Cornered immediately.
You will see Infectious. Oh, backdash the command grab.
Ready to punish 2.
Abigail punch to start off.
The reset.
Command grab.
This is bad.
Oh, is that stun?
Oh my God, stun.
And he is totally dead right now. That's it.
Well, this is what we spoke about when we said it's going to be uphill for Method. Easily as good a team as these guys on paper, but matchup-wise, Just so much diversity.
And Infexious kicks off in Gfinity Season 2 with a perfect. You couldn't ask for a more dominant approach. But
Tried to barrier reversal. Infexious just one step ahead.
Yeah.
Didn't take the bait.
Able to whip punish the splash.
Nice neutral jump.
Yeah, big corner carry now.
Be careful jump. Oh, meaty.
Crash counter, goes
One more
behind.
hit. Oh, what a round from Luffy.
I'm surprised he went for the stun there and not the EX, but that was a good choice. Got the stun and the kill, so 1 round apiece now.
This thing about Mika, man, she can get going, she can overwhelm anyone, no matter how uphill the matchup might be, if at all.
Listen, if you're in the corner against Luffy, matchups become irrelevant at that point. All right.
Did you see him bait out the armor fierce there with the fake drop kick? Oh, he could have counter hit there, didn't.
Too far.
X-bar.
Abigail does have a bit of a deceiving hurtbox when he gets hit sometimes. Oh. Okay, nice.
Wait.
Yeah, good sweep. Oh! Tick command grab, Brimstone gets pressure. Oh! Oh!
You don't know what he's going to go for. That run is so scary.
The armor. You just don't know. That's right. All right, talking some trash to Abigail right now is Luffy.
Yeah, brave charge up there. He had critical art as well, which he could have gone into.
Yep.
Nice pressure from Luffy. -2 on that. Stampede Punch got away with another one there and another hit. Momentum here in Luffy's corner.
Massive.
Important V-reversal.
Had to be reversal there. Had to. Of course, Abigail does have a ton of life, so he's able to take these. Oh!
One more guess could be the end.
One more. Oh,
It's the throw.
good break.
Oh, hits again. There will be no victory for this round, though.
Oh, man. Luffy looking to close it out, but doesn't want to overexert himself right now. One mistake cost him the match.
Oh, he tried to come in.
Oh, reset! What's it going to be?
Knocked down as well.
Gets
The
pressure!
meat. Yeah, another meat in that situation. Why?
Of course he does get...
Abigail.
Oh, man. What a comeback there from Infectious, keeping his composure. That's the problem with that Nitro run into the command grab. It guarantees him another setup afterwards.
So good, so good. What a frightening situation there for Luffy. I mean, it looked like he had it in the bag. V-trigger had been spent, forced two V reversals out of him. Everything looking good, but Infectious had other plans. He had the meter, he got in, got the resets.
Look
and
at that.
Luffy just didn't evade one of those run command grabs.
Yeah.
It's hard to react, though, because it might be the punch, it might be...
Exactly.
Might be the flip.
Luffy just guessed block, but guess what? That was wrong, and it cost him the match. This is a great answer there, though, from Luffy. Firing back after that perfect from Infectious. And here it is, like...
Wow, it was actually a jab interruption when Luffy tried to go in. So Infectious cleverly, he does this. He sits down, he says, what is my opponent going to try and do now? And he puts all his concentration into that one thing. If Luffy had jumped there, he probably would have got away with a jumping. Infectious was looking for that forward dash, and he actually punished it with a jab into a reset.
That's
Beautiful
right.
read.
Yeah, great choice there from Infectious. Just stealing that one at the end there with 2 command grabs from Abigail. And let me tell you, those command grabs do chunks of damage.
Yeah, there was still tons of damage left on the plate on that KO.
Definitely.
So 1-0 to XL, but nowhere near as convincing as some people may have predicted. Luffy really putting up a fight there.
Yeah.
Inspiration for the team. Now we have, though, Brian's Menat. Now, those of you guys who saw Brian last season, you wouldn't have seen this character. You would have seen a very incomplete Colleen at one point, and a very, very competent Rashid.
Oh, the Rashid, yeah, definitely. But he's just taken to Menat like a fish to water. This guy has just adapted so well to how this character plays, her options, and everything like that. And this is a really exciting character, actually, to watch, because very high execution involved with this character, I feel. And you really need that awareness, because that orb, when she sends it out, so many different options she can do that you just have to know about and be prepared for. So I really like this choice from Brian. He's always been good when it comes to execution.
But she can be overwhelmed, can't she?
Definitely,
you know,
absolutely.
We've seen Menat's like just forced to play their opponent's game, and they don't do well in that scenario. She's not got any get-off-me moves.
No.
She's strong when she has you at a certain distance away from her. The only problem is Packz isn't really a heartless rush-down kind of play style that might work against Menat like this.
That's true.
We'll see if his patient approach can pay off.
Yep, and I know you are a fan of this character.
Oh,
I am myself.
She's gorgeous, mate.
Yeah.
Well, let's keep it real. And Brian, do me the favor of picking me my favorite outfit too.
Oh wow,
Nice, that's a good answer.
Yeah, the Orochi, because it will go through. Oh,
And he has her cornered very early.
but look, Brian had that orb there the whole time, able to pull it back, get a throw.
Let him wake up with that stand short though. Go do your meaties against Menat. No reason not to.
Absolutely.
He is rinsing that shoulder. Looks like a big part of the matchup.
Yeah.
I see him doing that when they played at EGX.
I feel like it might go through the buttons, you know, with the orb perhaps.
Yeah, he wants none of that V-trigger.
Yeah, the V-trigger
gets
out.
the hit.
Oh man, and look at how much damage she gets.
Reset incoming. No, he goes for the knockdown.
Oh, look at that damage from one touch.
Oh, nice block on the instant overhead.
That was really sick.
Great interruption there with a jab from Packz.
All right, Packz comes in. Now Garenken backdashes away here.
Here it comes.
Oh,
he committed.
Oh, he committed. Look at that.
Oh, big mistake from Brian. The drop. Execution error.
Packz gets the Gorenka knockdown here. Back throw. Beautiful stuff. Good composure from Packz.
Man, what on earth happened to Brian's execution there? You did mention that Menat is an execution-heavy character.
Oh, starting off the bat there with a crush count.
That shoulder is a massive change to the matchup. Resets in front. Packz going in right now. The patient Packz, I predicted it.
And he goes for the stun, using the extra bar.
Oh my days, the corner carry. Wanted the reset, didn't get it.
Nope, didn't get it indeed. Oh, here we go. Activate.
Here we go.
And there's
has to be a reset, surely. Nice re-reversal. Not taking any of that and gets a throw too. Takes away all that great health.
The orb is still a factor though here. But Packz not going to let him get away with it.
This is looking great for Packz. One more hit will do it.
Oh, locking him down in the corner here.
That shoulder is a massive changer in this matchup.
It is.
Orb null and void. There it is. Just as I mentioned it.
Packz. Wow.
Safe on block 2. Packz can just whip that out at any moment, and that suddenly completely changes the matchup. Well,
definitely.
We asked if Packz had had a chance to do his homework in the matchup. Clearly, he's found the time, Tyrant.
Yeah, Packz is definitely the kind of guy that will just go into the lab and discover options that he can use against certain characters in certain situations. And like you say, that shoulder, the Orochi, seems to be great. You know, it seems to be good at dealing with the orb, the buttons, so
wow,
good stuff.
Well, before we get into the replays of that match, let's go over to Ariel and see what's going on over there.
Let's check it out.
Okay. Against who?
So I'm here with Mr. Crimson, who Infexious called out earlier. Now, you're new to the Elite Series here. How are you feeling about it so far?
Really good, because that's my first time here. It's a little bit short than what I think.
Okay.
But I'm really happy because the past season was really enjoying for me to see on the streams, and now it's my turn to play.
And it is your turn to play. But we just mentioned Mena, and Mena's just been played as character for the first time. And you were saying it's all about 50-50 with her, because yes, it's a new character to become highly skilled at, but also a new character for other people to play against, right?
Exactly, it's a new character, so it's hard also to play with her, but it's also hard also to play against her.
Yeah.
And that's also why I think Excel got one of the most enjoying teams to see, because there are a lot of original characters. Infexious with Abigail, then Menard here, so we'll
Well, there's still a lot to play for, so shall we go to the last match?
I think it's Cobelcog and...
Yeah.
Cobelcog and Hurricane. Kami.
Quick call it.
Kami gonna win. Okay.
There we go.
Wow. That is one hell of a guy to have here at the Elite Series. Qualifying 2 years in a row for the Capcom Cup. What an addition to Team Envious. How'd they pull off that signing, Tyrant?
Listen, man, I think that's a great pick from them. One of the strongest players in Europe since the release of Street Fighter 5. You know, he's been putting in a lot of work. So, yeah, that's a massive one. Absolutely huge signing.
All right, well, we'll definitely see more of him today. Looking forward to it. But right now, XL and Method are one apiece, and we're going into matchup 3, and it's going to be Cobelcog going up against his fellow Cammy player, Hurricane.
Yeah, it's going to be a Cammy player team kill. I know these guys are very passionate about their character, especially Cobelcog, so they're not going to... Oh, no, but look.
Oh, my days. He said he might whip out his part-time Abigail.
Part-time Abigail,
Part-time Abigail in the scene, boy. It might be legit. Listen, quick backstory for you guys. This guy, Hurricane, is a beast, but he had a very disappointing EGX because he lost to a player who he feels he shouldn't have lost to, hates Ibuki, and has decided to train up some secondary characters. For the first time ever, I believe, this year at least, we're seeing him whip out a secondary.
Secondary, yeah.
Secondary is an Abigail.
Yeah, this is the first time we will be seeing Hurricane not using Cammy here on the Gfinity Elite Series.
We saw Infectious make this matchup look almost impossible against a very strong Cammy player in Birmingham just a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Can't remember his name, but my word.
Oh, the low dive kick there.
And look, do you think Cobelcog will be surprised? Has he seen any of this Abigail already?
Listen, no, I feel like nobody really seems to know Cammy as well as Hurricane. So if he's picking Abigail against Cammy, he knows a thing or two.
That's a super good point, Tyrant. This must be a tricky one.
Wow.
We know that he likes to parry the dive kicks too.
Yeah.
Parrying that jump in though.
Okay, maybe expected an empty throw or something like that.
Big whip on it.
Oh!
The reset didn't get it.
EX run, yeah, gets nothing from it.
Man, just jabbing away. Just can't get in. Can't get anything started.
That's dead. Look at that. From there.
She doesn't have the health bar to take that kind of open jump in. And the crowd love it.
Loving Abigail.
Man, there's quite a few guys. Oh, nice whip on it. Should have buffered that in.
Hurricane showing he's not just a one-trick pony. Wow, nice interruption there from Cobelcog.
Yeah, Cobelcog's got to get more aggressive, I feel. I know it's risky against a character that does so much damage, but you can't let Hurricane control like this.
Oh, no!
Jumping with its deceiving range connect, Tyrant. That reset, where you going? Stun almost there.
One touch. I've had to see the range on that.
He's cornered now as well. That jumping is causing him all sorts of problems. He doesn't know if it's anti-air or not. Reaching from distances he's not expecting it to reach from.
The late EX dive kick. Cobelcog looking a bit lost right now. Hurricane in full control, although...
Dash in.
Here he comes. Throw.
Gets his backs away there wisely. She doesn't get a meaty after that. No point in trying to force it. Oh, gets an opening.
Oh, man. Look at
there.
Damage adding up right now. Wow.
Cobelcog just missed.
He was lucky there, man.
Cobelcog's got all the resources to make a comeback here. Oh, nice, gets an opening. Oh, what was that?
Oh, no!
Dive kick. Oh, one more tap will do it, and it does.
That full frame crouching light kick from Abigail, his fastest button, really coming into play there, and good stuff. Look, Infectious, you can see the Abigail master handing over some tips.
You see what I'm saying? I mean, not exactly a bad guy to learn Abigail from, right?
Exactly. If you're going to learn, you might as well learn from the best. So,
man, what a pick. I don't know if anyone in the audience saw that coming. I know a lot of you guys play with Hurricane. I definitely didn't. I've seen his Abigail.
I've seen his Abigail.
It was very much a part-time Abigail last time I saw it.
All right.
I mean, let's take a look at some of the stuff he did there. Impressive.
Look at that.
That jumping was a big problem the whole set time.
Massive. And look at the damage it just gets from a clean jump in. Abigail was just a monster. Oh.
That parry to the dive kick, so genius.
Yeah.
You know Cammy's going to be looking for it, but you still got to have the speed in your fingers and the reactions to get that parry out.
Yeah.
And it's a great answer as well because it nullifies all the following hits.
Exactly. You know,
to the sky.
sends her away, and we saw at the end there the crouch and light kick really coming into play. It's his fastest button. He doesn't have many fast buttons, but that is a 4-frame start move. So, and the range on that,
great. I mean, a 4-frame start move with that much range is kind of unheard of in
it's monstrous.
5. So, what an advantage he has there. Let's get into the next match. I believe this is matchup 4. Now we're going to see at 2-1 up a replay. And as for those of you who just joined now, both of these guys blind pick their teams before the match actually starts. So you pick your order. All of your orders, all 7 matches are picked in advance. And then it's revealed who you're going to play based on what your opponent's order was. These guys actually picked the same order twice.
Same order twice.
We're going to see the exact same run through now, but Method need a completely different result because, of course, it's now 2-1 to XL.
Right.
So Luffy needs to pull this off. I believe if these guys win at 3-1, they need to get to 4. So it's not over if they win this, but it's a long way back.
Yeah, I believe if your team loses 4-3, you still get a point for the board. So,
and that's important. That proved important last season with Envious's comeback, didn't it?
Exactly. So everything helps. But yeah, these teams leaving nothing to chance, putting forward what I would say would be their strongest players first of all. You know, like we mentioned earlier. But man, Luffy, let's see if he's learned anything from the last game.
I think this is a really important match. I'm just remembering how dominant Packz was against Brian's Menat. I mean, Brian might not pick Menat the second game.
He might go back to Rashid.
That shoulder nullified her entire gameplay.
Yeah, basically shut her down. But anyway, here we are. Mika versus Abigail. Oh, here we go, drop kick. Gets throw, and again, another throw.
Look at this pressure from Luffy, starting aggressive. Infexious would have taken 10 throws there. He was quite happy.
Yeah, Infectious was willing to sit there and block.
Luffy's not converting off these counter hits. He usually goes straight to the EX afterwards. He had one there. We're in the corner now.
The target combo. Oh. Massive.
Horrible situation there for Luffy. Oh my days, it parried the V reversal.
Are you serious?
Good Lord.
Are you serious?
No escape, and he's gonna take that first round. What is this character, Tyrant?
What just happened, guys? Look around, people shaking their heads. That's just
my days.
Such a strong play from Infectious. He knew he wanted to be reversal there. And once the opponent calls out your V reversals like that, it could be mentally like just a block for you. Here we go. +3 and again.
Wants the reset, wants the one-hit stun.
Yep, got the throw for the stun.
Which one else to kill here, though? One more reset. Good block, but he puts himself in the corner with that reset. Why?
Right, here we go. What's it going to be? Pressure from Infectious. Just trying to corner Luffy, not letting him get out.
Yeah, this is not a good situation for Luffy. He's got a huge life lead, but position-wise, and the V-trigger is activated now, too. Has to be very cautious.
Yeah, but Luffy, likewise, with that V-trigger ready.
Oh, there it is. Nadeshko will save her. Great choice. He's going to try and grab.
The Nadeshko.
Oh, beautiful decision from Luffy and the Brimstone to take the round. What a defensive choice, Tyron.
Great choice there. The cross up and then just straight into the command throw. That was so nice. Infectious doing his best to avoid the Nadeshko, but that did no good.
Yeah, he didn't see how many hands are up. Wasn't sure what the Desco was coming and got hit.
Yeah. Oh.
A start to the round from Luffy.
One touch hit confirmed straight into the super. Let's see what he gets off this.
See if he can give his team that 2-2 position that they need.
Stand throw. That will mean that he's out. Yeah.
Plus 5 on that.
Plus 5.
So scary.
On block. That's mad.
Oh.
These guys just don't want to take any risk right now. 1 round apiece.
Yeah, Luffy spent all his meter, hasn't he? Look at his pressure from Infexious.
It's still hard to believe this guy has a plus 5 on block move.
Slowly cornering him here, Tyrant, as well. Look at all that stock in the bottom right-hand corner for Abigail. He can seal off 2 guesses.
Absolutely. Without a doubt. One of those hard punch crush counters into V-Trigger could mean curtains.
I like that Luffy's not engaging within range of those buttons. Crouching jam anti-air this time. Patiently blocks.
Oh my goodness. And
big punish. This is where it could all turn around.
Oh, activates.
Oh, my days, where is he? Oh, hit stop, saves him, and I'm throwing to the corner for Luffy. One turning point, then let's go.
Oh, he runs out.
Oh, no.
Oh, what happened? He got away.
What an escape.
He got away, and now the time is ticking. There's 20 seconds
Got half
left.
a trigger left as well, Ty. Oh, just missed that whiff punish.
Wow, Infectious is looking to whiff punish, but he needs to speed things up here. Only coming up to 10 seconds on the clock.
Oh, my days, the time.
Luffy's
got a life link. Oh, Infexious gets a knockdown. Wake up. Oh, he's got to run away now. Surely he's just going to run away.
This is going to waste a lot of time. There's no way he could do it.
He's out of there. Back. Luffy's going to take it.
Luffy.
What a result.
Shades of his Street Fighter 4 career there at the end with those backdashes. He was loving it.
Oh, my days.
And that was a great choice to do the giant swing EX grab, because that uses so much time more on the clock.
And the positional switch, too. Fantastic.
Waste about 5 seconds.
That was incredible. I don't know. What do the players think of that? Ariel, what are these guys saying?
Well, the players behind me, they've very much got their concentration faces. As you saw, that was real nail-biting stuff. I'm not going to disturb them because I feel like I might disturb the psyche that's going up on here. Also, I feel very privileged to be up here because it's players only, and well, I'm just going to get closer. No, okay, I think that's enough. As you can see, they're getting prepared for the next round. We'll go back to you guys.
Don't turn it all the way down, though, because they actually go silent. Oh, wow, what a match.
My goodness, 2-2. This is turning into one hell of a set. If this is anything to go by, we're going to be in for another thrilling season of Elite Series.
Absolutely, man. That was those guys not leaving at any caution to the wind, just going all in. And what a match we just saw there from Luffy and Infectious. Jeez.
Going into matchup 5 now. I'll tell you what, though, Luffy's adaptation on the fly, man, honestly. When he did that slide, and he saw it was going to get parried, and he called the Desco straight away. So ready.
Smart. But I think that's definitely been one of the things that Luffy's always been the best at, is just adapting on the fly and doing such a great job. But talking of adapting, Brian needs to do some of that.
Is he picking Manat?
He has gone with Manat.
Picking Manat. Is Rashid dead then completely for this guy?
I feel like maybe he'll use him for some matchups.
Of course she has answers for that shoulder, but yeah, I mean, does he know the answers now? Is he going to try and figure them out in match, you know?
I feel like if he just like kind of plays a bit more...
Well, that's her best button. Stand medium punch is her best button, Tyrant.
That is true.
That's why she can't use it.
It's a really good button. I just feel like, oh, look at that jump in. Nice interruption. Oh, wow.
I was so wrong about Packz's playstyle in this match. He knows what he's got to do, and he's doing it. He's taken all that damage, and he's put her in the corner. Absolutely worth it. Reset, stays in front, doesn't care for this very reason. Packz starting where he left off.
Oh, waking up with that 3 frame.
Oh, fake cross-up.
Oh, wow.
Coming. And look at the meter build on this as well, Ty.
Oh, my goodness. All of this off a high dive kick that you wouldn't normally...
Block on the other end.
Oh, great stuff.
That would have been the round.
You wouldn't normally be able to combo off that dive kick, but Manat's orbs. Look at that.
Anti-air. And the overhead from there play.
The range, so nice. The soul throw anti-air, she does have to have the orb at hand to be able to use that.
Very impressive. Went with the storm there in the corner.
Oh, wow.
Now he's starting to do the overhead in.
Yeah, Rasen has in. Nice stuff. Good sweep there. Max range from Packz.
Nice use of the jab there to stop that stops the shoulder, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like he's a bit more cautious now with his buttons.
He's got Pax's respect now. He's having to back off and take his time. Nice ball.
I love it. He leaves that orb out, then when he sees it, he uses it. Great stuff.
Yeah, indeed. Nice little lively here. Great adaptation there from Brian. Oh, crush counter. Big damage incoming. Reset. You can't get hit here.
Oh,
he does.
No.
Stun though. Overhead. Well blocked. Oh, he takes it.
He took it there. Packz able to hang in there.
This is the most aggressive Packz I've ever seen.
Yes. This is not normally his playstyle.
Right, he's usually so patient.
Well-spaced dive kick there, shades of Dalsim.
Yeah, she can be plus a bit higher than Dalsim, I feel.
Yeah.
Nice slow down here from and the dive kick. Negative.
Yeah, that was a negative dive kick. Oh, let's go.
That whip punish to stand short.
Using all the bars.
Jump.
Packz. Needs to dive kick. She's so tricky to keep a track of everything she's doing. The orb.
Yeah, Packz has stopped spamming the shoulder because of that crouch light punch is being buffered with malicious intent.
Absolutely. Into that EX grab, yeah.
Nice and gets behind.
Oh, let's go.
Didn't activate V-trigger there. I feel like he could have got more conversion.
Right now with a life lead. Oh, he's got hit. He's got the
stop.
Super's ready to go.
There you have it.
Using it straight off the bat. I love it. And that's going to be it for Packz. Crowd clapping along for that critical art animation.
I just love the animation. It's a thing of beauty, Tyrant, a thing of beauty. Well done to Brian. He identified what Packz was abusing, had the answer ready, of course, and just completely stopped it. But Packz, so scary going forward.
Oh, he really was. He was just going in and in. It looked like the right answer at first, but Brian, like you say, adapted on the fly. Switching up his buttons slightly. You know, less medium punch, less hard punch.
Exactly, yeah.
A few more light buttons buffered into the EX. And it really worked wonders for him, as we can see here.
Yeah, let's take a look at some of the stuff. That anti-air was great.
So sick.
Really important to be able to use that from that.
And it's like instant. It's so effective.
It's a massive opening for Packz, and Brian just got hit by every reset, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was behind, got tagged with a knockdown, and now...
Love that meaty over.
Yeah, walk back slightly, crouch forward into the wreckers.
Got that opening. As soon as Packz got hit by that returning orb, he was dead.
But yeah, critical art there from Brian, closing it out.
Just when XL thought they were, in trouble, Brian has gone and put them in the lead again, 3-2.
And that first game he had with Packz was such a dominant performance from Packz. Completely obliterated him.
I thought he wasn't going to pick Manat again.
yeah.
I literally wrote him off. I was
agree.
You're picking Rashid, but Brian knows better than me, clearly. Wow,
Absolutely.
what a choice. So 3-2 up now. We're going to get into the next match. They need a wonderful result here to stay alive from Cobelcog.
Oh man, he's going to have to pull through. I mean, I know he had some troubles in the first season of Gfinity, unable to really secure the wins when he needed to. But Hurricane, on the other hand, has just been one of the most reliable players for Team XL.
He has. He was actually up there along with Infexious as one of the MVPs of the season last season.
Yeah,
coming through when they need it every time. And now he's added Abigail to his arsenal of characters. Well, he only had the Cammy really anyway.
Exactly.
So now he plays Cammy and Abigail. We saw Luffy adapt though to Infectious Abigail.
Exactly.
Cobelcog needs to do the same.
I mean, I know that Cobelcog's more than capable of doing so, but I just feel like if it, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, and you can see here with Hurricane's Abigail, he just needs to play the same way. Let's see if Cobelcog can adapt.
This is match game, by the way, to XL. Looking to start off where they finished. These are the defending champions from Season 1.
Oh, starting off with a command grab.
A chunk of red.
And whereas Infectious' Abigail is very reserved and slow-paced, I feel like Hurricane's is the complete opposite.
Yeah, he plays Abigail almost like he plays Cammy.
Yeah.
He just goes in.
He just goes in.
But he's got this patience about him here. He slows it down a little when he gets that positional advantage. There's that jump again that caused so much problems last game.
And that jump roundhouse has such big range.
Yeah, and the problem is if he doesn't press any buttons and you try to anti-air, you're going to whiff. So you're caught in two minds as to whether to try to anti-air or not. I'm back. Medium punch isn't the choice, though.
And the trade.
You've got to be cannon spiking that.
The trade definitely in Hurricane 7. Yeah, I agree. DP. Oh, she's dead, yeah.
She's dead.
Punch.
That is Abigail. A lot of you guys would have been watching that thinking, what's Cammy's next move? Guys, there is no next move when you're a 900 health character against Abigail.
Exactly.
And he grabs you.
That's what I'm saying. Dashes you off the wall, punches you like a punching bag.
All right, get something started. Stay in, stay in. Back dashes out. Nice choice from Hurricane, just not respecting the meaties at all. That's reset to neutral too, Tyrant.
And I feel like Cobelcog's playing this slow-paced style, but I feel like that's kind of playing into Hurricane's hands.
Absolutely.
He's just doing what he wants him to do.
I think he just needs to kind of go in now, man.
Yeah, he needs to take some risks.
I like that.
See, he got in. Like, you got in, at least.
It's this dive kick. Yeah, he's getting hits off attacking. I know there's a risk that comes with that, but it's better than dying slowly.
Oh,
this time, Hurricane who charges forward and attacks.
I just feel like if he's walking back and forth there, he's just giving him a chance to do something like that.
Yeah, look at the jump as well. He's still insisting on anti-airing with the back medium punch.
All right.
Opening.
This is big.
Oh.
That could be it.
Yeah, this is the end. If he doesn't get the right hand, nice choice.
DP.
Keeping his team in it here. Match point XL.
I feel like if Cobelcog gets a clean hit now, Gonna be close, but I don't think he can close out just yet.
Oh, that reach.
Oh, what?
Big
Did
change.
you see that?
Can't afford any mistakes now.
Abigail, look, he's just chilling. He doesn't have to do anything.
Oh, there it is again. Wow. Oh, basically, he had him.
He had him there.
He had him.
That could have been horrible. Oh.
No whiff punish. Oh, he's trying to get in.
Oh.
No, that's the right choice against Abigail. One more hit, though.
What's it gonna be?
There's that light jab.
Cobelcog tries to make something happen. Oh, the stand jab. What a choice there. Good anti-air.
Your winners of the first game in this kickoff for the season is your champions from last season. XL take it 4-2 over Method. Fantastic play from Hurricane. And Abigail Fienzo.
Absolutely. And you know what's interesting? Going back to a point that Mr. Crimson made earlier, we saw nothing but the two latest characters. We saw Manat and Abigail only.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's scary to prepare for. Cobelcog looks a bit lost there, man.
Yeah, very emotional Cobelcog. It's very tough when your team is relying on you to pull off that win and you can't deliver. I've been there myself. It's one of the worst feelings. But he should have no hard feelings at all. Still very much in this season. 4-2, do they get... I don't believe they even get a point.
Nah, they don't get a point for that one, no. Needs to be 4-3. Let's check that out again, guys.
Yeah, he was doing some very clever things. What he did very well was he mixed up rush down and nothing.
Yes.
He did that very well, Claude. You know, every now and then, this was such a tense moment at the end.
Oh,
Jump,
man.
the dive kick might have been better.
Jab anti-air from Abigail, just swatting her out with the skies.
Yeah, it's too easy a button of anti-air choice.
And Hurricane secures the win for Team XL to kick off here at Gfinity Season 2. And what a start for those gentlemen.
One thing to learn as well from this is this whole new team format selection, I love it, by the way, is if you can try and get your team selections to maybe vary a little and try to get yourself, predict your opponent's choices. Because these guys just literally said best player, second best player, third best player. If you predict, you can do something a bit more different. I don't know what the guys thought about on the panel. Tom, your thoughts on that match? How do you think it went?
Where do you start? F-Word Tyrant, great casting / commentating for the first match of Season 2. And we've started a 4-2 win for the current and still reigning champions. How did you see that one, gentlemen?
I thought that was going to be a 4-2, but the results didn't go as I'd thought in my head. You know, back and forth, to be honest with you. Good stuff from Brian. Good stuff from Luffy as well, showing adaptation. And, of course, Hurricane just...
It was very close in that first matchup with Luffy as well, because we've seen Infectious with Abigail, and we thought, can Abigail be defeated?
What a start, man. What a start. First round, we were like, here we go. Luffy, of course, showing his quality and under pressure as well. But yeah, it was definitely a very good start, high-quality start. XL looking more like Team DLC now, using, of course, Abigail. Hurricane with the Abigail pick and staying with it as well.
Yeah,
and winning.
Yeah.
And so that's the two most recent characters in Street Fighter 5 being used from XL. Can you see them using them throughout the rest of the season?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a warning shot. They've just showed all the other teams, look, you need to come prepared for this character, because we don't just have Infectious playing it. Claude can play him, or Hurricane, sorry, can play him too. And I think that threw a monkey wrench in Method's plans. I think, especially Cobelcog, he was probably thinking, right, Kami, I know exactly what to do here. And then he saw Abigail on the character select screen. He was like, oh, yeah. OK, so it's that type of fight.
I love a monkey wrench. I love a bit of Foo Fighters. Listen, gentlemen, let's welcome the winner, one of the competitors. He goes by the name of Infectious. I'm sure you've heard of him. You'll definitely see more of him. It's Infectious!
We need to move over.
Come and join us. Infectious, this is getting a bit of a formality, you coming down here to join us on the desk, but congratulations. First win under the belt. How are you feeling after that?
It's always good when you've got a tough team to go up against to get the win, especially early on in the season. So, yeah, feeling good.
Yeah, and let's talk about it, because Luffy gave you a bit of a run for your money and took your first scalping using the character Abigail.
Yeah, it's one of them where I think neither of us know the match very well, so it was all on-the-fly adaptation and trying to use sneaky things that I think he might not know, and him using Amika as well as he does. And I expected it to be close. He took one, I took one, so...
But what was going through your head at this point? Because you're saying you're on the fly, so how are you adapting it? And we know Infectious, you run by like a computer, ones and zeros, that's what you see. So to talk us through it, literally, how were you adapting your style?
Well, it was a bit of a risk. I thought Abigail might do quite well against Mika. Zangief does as well. But situations came up in the match which neither of us would really have come across before, so he used his V-trigger and called his assist, Nadeshko, whilst he was knocked down, and certain scrambles happened where we were both unfamiliar. I probably should have stuck with Zangief if I wanted to be a bit more confident, but sometimes you've got to take risks, and that's my form of risk-taking.
Yeah, now we saw with your teammate, Hurricane, using Abigail, poor old Cobelcog. We were expecting Cammy versus Cammy. What's the feeling and thoughts behind that with Hurricane?
Well, he's been picking up Abigail as a secondary just to have a different type of character to complement the Cammy that he's got. And Abigail has a good match against Cammy. It's very difficult for her to get close to him, and she's got to really play a very patient game, and she has small health. So he thought it'd be a good idea to try it out against Cobelcog, and he did the business, so we're happy about that.
Logan, Singer, just quickly, what did you notice from the tactics? I mean, F-Word and Tyrant mentioned it, but going forward, how will teams adapt to this?
You know, it's very interesting to see how they approach, obviously, the team selection. Did you have any sort of method no pun intended, but like, did you have any sort of strategy based on how you put your player order in? What was your thinking behind that? Because you had a very interesting approach to it last season.
Well, because the format's changed where we have to decide beforehand this season, we thought it was just better to stick with a streamlined approach, have me play first. That might throw some teams off as well, potentially, but we just thought we'd stick to first, second, third, and keep it throughout, and then see how the season develops with how other teams do their selections, and then maybe base our next week's selections on those.
So let a meta game with those picks. Because obviously you have no idea who you're putting up against, so yeah, it's an interesting one. Can you see the guys you're sticking with the DLC characters? Obviously you've got Nakali and Geef there. We expect to see Hurricane using Cammy, and Brian has a competent Rashid, obviously. Are you like all in with these DLC guys?
Yeah. If they're confident enough to use the characters that they've been training and I've been training, then we should use them. And it's for other teams and other players to adapt to these new strategies that we're bringing to the season.
Fair enough.
Well put. Infectious, congratulations on the first matchup. Let's have a quick look at all the other matches that are coming your way for the rest of the evening. 3 more matches on the way. Reason Gaming versus Prophecy, that's going to be a juicy game. Epsilon and Team Infused, and an endpoint with Team Envious. But we've kickstarted, as you can see, with a 4-2 victory for XL, so they get all those 3 points. So sadly, Method do not get a point. Right now, though, Ariel is currently backstage with one of the players from the losing team, Luffy.
I'm not backstage, I'm actually upstage. If you look directly in front of you, Tom, I'm here. Give us a wave. There we are. That makes it. I'm here with Luffy, the losing player, who's actually quite chirpsy for someone who's just lost the first match.
Yeah, I just lost, but it was the first match, and it was the most difficult match of this season. We did 4-2, we then went 4-0, so I'm quite confident with going to the playoff.
How are we feeling about Abigail as a character? Because basically Abigail just came in and destroyed, didn't it?
Yeah, it was a very big surprise for them to have 2 Abigail. We thought it was only 1, but it was 2, which was a very good strategy for them. Abigail is, as Infectious said, it was an unknown matchup for both of us. And we went 1-1, so we have one more match to do. So I guess we will settle it backstage.
And how are we feeling about the new format? Do you think it's a help or hinders, this new format?
The new format, it's now first to 4. It definitely help, but I think best of 3 will be better.
Okay. Well, good luck for the rest of the series. Not such a great start, but not a bad start either.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks, Luffy.
Cheers, Ariel. Thank you very much to Luffy. Listen, after the break, Season 2 of the Gfinity Elite Series gets going for both Reason and Prophecy. Who will be dancing and who will be distraught? Good use of the double D there. Stay with us.